All right, guys, here we go. Going to start a new component, and this one we're going to do is the water bottle, and I'm just going to name it that. Your space, you need to put it in your own space and say, okay. All right, so once this loads up with the water bottle, I'm going to start by, of course, clicking on my top plane because that's the one I'm going to want to start from. And I'm going to start with a circle. I'm going to make a big water bottle, one of those tankards, right? So I'm going to create a circle. How big is that circle? I don't know. I'll move me over that side. And then I'll come over here and say sketch dimension. So I'm going to place a dimension on this thing. And it's in millimeters. Before I get really started here, I'm going to change it to inches because I'm American and we think American. All right, so 7.5, that's a little big. I'm going to go 4 inches, which is still a pretty good sized one. So 4, and now I've got this 4-inch diameter circle. So yep, that's where you find it right there. That's how you add dimensions. Okay, so I have a circle. Now I need to make that 3D. I'm going to go into features, and I'm going to extrude this, and I'm going to extrude it up 0.125. That is an eighth of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, which is really thick, but whatever, we're good with that. And I'm creating a solid. I'm just going to say okay. So now I have this disc. It's an eighth of an inch thick, 4 inches in diameter. All right, now I'm going to come in and create another sketch, and I'm going to do another circle, and it says where, what plane. I'm click on this top plane, and once again, click in the middle, hover over that, and then I'm going to make this circle the exact same size. Now, you're not going to be able to see it, but I don't want to come in and say, okay, and close out the sketch. I'm going to leave that sketch open. And the reason why is when I come into features and again do an extrude, it automatically selects that sketch that's open. So it's just a few more clicks you don't have to do. Now, instead of a solid on this one, I'm going to do a thin feature right here. Click on thin. And now it still gives me the distance, which I don't want this distance 0.125. I want this distance 9 inches. I'm going to make it 9 inches tall. And then the thickness, I'm going to make 0.125 because that's the same thickness as my bottom plate. And I'm going to say okay. So what I have now is this tank, and it doesn't look like it has a bottom, but if you look at it, it does. It does have a bottom. So I've got this tank with a bottom in it. That's great. And now I want to kind of do a neck down feature up here because they're not always just straight up. They neck down. So I'm going to create another plane because I can't draw up here in space. So I have to create a plane. And that's this guy right here. It says plane. I'm going to click on that. And it asks me select a reference to define the plane. So in other words, it's saying, so where do you want to make this plane? So I am going to select, and I'll zoom in so you can see, I don't want just the outside circle or the inside circle. I want to select the face. I want to select this face. It selects both. So I'm going to click on that. And as you can see, it goes, there's this plane. Now, an easy way to do it, I'm going to move this over, an easy way to move this plane up, because I want this plane up a little ways. How far up? I don't know. So I can just grab a hold of this with a left click of my mouse and just hold it down. I can grab a hold of this arrow and then kind of do it, let's see, maybe taller than that, maybe shorter than that. So you can also just come in here and I'm going to do 1.5 inches. Why? Because that sounds about right. And now I have this plane 1.5 inches above the top surface of my water bottle. And so I can turn it this way, so I'm looking dead down into it. And I'm going to create another, okay, you guessed it, the circle. Again, I want to select this top plane that I just created and the center of it. Come out and create a circle. How big do I want that? I don't know. Let's throw a dimension. How big is this, what I got? That's 2.03. Let's just make it 2. Hit enter. So now I have this 2-inch circle that's situated 1.5 inches above my water bottle. All right, after I've got that, now I need to use a new feature, which is kind of cool, except it's really glitchy right now. Hopefully they're continuing to do fixes to this. It's the Loft feature. Find it right here. It's in features and then Loft. Okay, this one's crazy glitchy. You will probably fail 5 times before it finally works, and sometimes it just works. We'll see. So again, I don't want to create a solid, right? I want to create a thin feature. And now it says select the sections to loft between. Now, here's what's important. Um, you want to select the outside edge of this circle. Ta-da. So should I say edge 1? And you want to select this circle, edge 2. And it already says there's an error. You didn't do something right. Well, oddly enough, we did. It doesn't like it. And so I'm glad this is happening, kind of, in that we're going to have to redo this a bunch of times before it finally goes, oh, yeah, what you're doing is fine. So keep selecting those two and see, I selected the same two in the same way. And finally it goes, oh, yeah, that's fine. Now, I would still be kind of shocked if I click OK and it works. So I'm going to come in here and do, how thick do I want it? 0.125, make it all the same thickness and say okay. And it says, yeah, you can't do that. It doesn't work. Can't do that. Features before continuing to design your work. Bloody, bloody, bloody. So here's what you do. I'm going to come over here where it says Loft 1. I click on it and then click Edit. Edit the feature. Now, what did we do wrong last time? Nothing. Why is it not working? I don't know. So I'm going to unclick both of those again. One more time. I'll click this one and that one. And you can see it's not working at all. Oh, you did something horrible. Thank you, Captain Obvious. We'll try it again. Hey, it worked that time because I clicked it the exact same way. All right, we're gonna say okay again, and once again it says, no, you can't do that. So we're gonna do that a few times until it finally decides, oh yeah, you know what, you're doing the exact same way every time. And it should just work. We'll see. Click on okay. No, it's not gonna do it. All right, this is where it gets old and a little tiring. And that edge. Yep, it says it's just fine. This is how I'm going to build it. No, say it's not going to. Mm-hmm. We'll call it tangent. See what it does. No, can't do it. We'll just keep trying different things. Although it's cool. I like that tangent one better. Curvature. Ooh, that's even cooler. Let's like that. No. It's supposed to repair all the features. Oh, I'd be so glad to. Let's do mid plane. It doesn't like that. It's like, no, you can't do mid plane. There's a lot of stuff I could try, and I know none of it's going to work. Tangent propagation. Oh, that'll make a difference. Let's see. Did it work? No, it didn't. Still not. So yeah, usually you just have to try it 3 or 4 times and then it works. This one's like, no. All right, let's select entire. Yeah, let's select the outside again. Edge 1. No, won't even try it. Can't do it. All right, I'm pretty over this by now. Let's try it again. All right, there's a straight one. Let's see if that one works. No, doesn't work. Okay, let's try making a solid, although I don't think it'll matter. Let's try that. No, doesn't work. Let's try a thin feature. Hey, what a great idea. Thanks. Let's try moving these. No, there's nothing to move. Can't move it because it is round to a round, which is a very simple thing to do. And let's click OK again. No, it's not going to work. All right, well, we are about to run out of options. Article on. edge 1, body 2. Can't do it. It is not going to work today. No. Edit feature. Then edge 1, edge 2. Contact. It's a nice round top. Looks kind of cool. Let's try none. Nope. It's refusing. Refuses to work ever. Let's do a surface. Maybe you can do the math on the surface. There we go. Surface worked. Who knows, right? You never know. So I kept trying different things. Finally, it worked. Now it's not what I want, but it is what it is. So we've got that part. So like I said, this is glitchy. It's really glitchy. Honestly, I think this would be free software at this point before they figure all this stuff out. Okay, so that's done. Not right, but it's done. At least it's there. I got it to work as a surface. You never know. All right, let's finish this thing up and be done with it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into Sketch. Before I do, no, you know what? I don't need to make another plane. I could make another plane up higher, but at this point, I'm just going to go into Sketch. I'm going to draw a circle, turn this guy over so I'm looking right down the middle. Click on this top plane that I just made, and I'm going to make this one the exact same size as the hole that's up on top. All right, and now I'm going to leave that sketch open, and I am going to go into features and going to increase this in height. So I'll add a solid, sketch, blind, and I want to go up distance. I'm going to go up, let's see, 1.5 inches. All right, once I go up 1.5 inches, I will click on OK. And now I have my water bottle top. There's my cap. Okay, so thanks for hanging out and watching my video. I'll have this posted up on YouTube. And that's my water bottle. As you can see, the whole loft feature is incredibly glitchy and very problematic. So hopefully you guys get it and see that. All right, thanks guys.